everyone, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another reading. Another week of wild energies is what I'm feeling, but let's see what the cards will say. I hope you had a great week, and we are now entering, so next week will be 5th of July to 6th of July week, which is when we do have the new moon. So it's a great time for new beginnings, new intention settings, new new month as well. So we are here to fully enter the summer, especially if you live in Britain. You know, as the month of June has not necessarily been summer, apart from the last week, which has been just this week when I'm filming. Other than that, it hasn't really been the summery summers ever. So we are hoping that July, August and September will be the hotter months so that we can actually enjoy the summer. And this is why I think it's like the next it's like the next starting point of setting intentions. If you want to set goals, if you want to set make a list of your manifestations, what you want to create, it's going to be a great time. And one of the things that I had learned is that especially if you are more sensitive, even if you are a reader, intuitive, you find yourself being around other people and your energy being drained quite a bit. And especially in the summer, that's more possible because you are going to be socializing a lot more than normal. So it's very much possible that you pick up some other people's vibes and like their energies, and it's really important to cleanse, and you can do that in several ways. This was a reminder given by my friend Michelle Thornton. She reminded me that I should be cleansing because I deliver messages from the cards every week, and for me it's like so important, ultra important, to really keep myself cleansed. That is either through sage, so I often use sage. Baths can also help in the summer months. It can be a little bit difficult to do that, but it's really advisable. Baths, keeping your what you eat and drink very, let's just say, more healthy, not like heavy foods. Heavy foods are going to be more for the winters, but for the summer it's going to be light foods. Whatever your body needs, you'll know intuitively, and it's actually advisable right now to follow that, so that you can actually have more energy and not feel lethargic and like low energy all the time. So that being said, let's begin with the reading. Just wanted to start off with the message that it's important to cleanse. I've just cleansed all the cards myself, and I also meditate, which very much is needed for a reading. All right, we had a card flip out. Let's see what is happening next week, this coming week. If you're noticing that my skin is quite glowy, is because I tried a new highlighter. Those of you who are interested, I used Fenty Beauty's oh yes, okay, quite a few cards flipped out. I used the Fenty Beauty Champagne highlighter, and it's incredible. Like, I sometimes wear it like without makeup. I've just done my face and just put this on, and it's incredible. Okay, got a couple of cards. Right, strength. Okay, two messages here. This can also be a card of patience. Strength, this is a Leo card, the lion as we see there. Okay, in August something is arriving for you. August is the month of Leo, and I do like to make astrological links with the cards that I get, because it's highly dependent on that and moon cycles, and I try and combine those aspects into my reading because I just believe those impact us quite a bit. And I do feel that in August there's a lot more coming through, something that something perhaps that you have been wanting to manifest or wanting to see for the longest time is going to be available to you in August. So you've got to hang on a little bit, have this little bit of patience, because it's all on its way, it's coming. So that's just a little reminder. Page of Swords. but upside down. Okay, this is great news, especially if you're an overthinker. You think so much about different scenarios, analytical mind is on overdrive, and you just want to stop. Well, this is good news, because this means you're coming out of that. You're actually stepping out of this like over analytical mind of yours and kind of like trying to make sense of things too much, whereas now it's kind of time to step more into your body and enjoy and be present. We don't always have to know what the hell is going on around us all the time, because sometimes it's just about living and being present. And right now, this summer, July, August, September is very good time to be present. It's not necessarily goals achieving time. It's more a time of being close to the surroundings and really taking from the surroundings and like being more present. And if you do feel more energetic after being in nature or after going on walks or after being around certain people who are very not high energy, like very uplifting, who lift your energy, don't bring it down, that's going to be conducive to your productivity if that is what you're looking for going forward. However, this is more so about nature, more so connecting with nature and being present, maybe having like a morning routine where you are walking barefoot into the grass. If you have a garden available or park nearby, if you can do that, it's very much advisable. Let yourself be grounded in that way rather than grounding yourself through excess food, alcohol, or things like that. It might be a time to cleanse more than really kind of what's the word? Keeping yourself as clean as possible is the message that I'm getting. Before your mind was on overdrive, and to come out of that is the message. If you feel like you don't know what to do, to come out of that is being more present, being close to your surroundings, noticing what is out there, the colors and everything. It sounds very simple, but it's a very, very mindful practice that we need to incorporate, especially now, especially if you're trying to make sense of things, you're not sure what to do, you know, in career, nothing's going well, in love life, all these things, you know, may come up and like take over your brain, and you're trying to find answers, but you cannot find them unless you ground yourself and connect yourself to nature. Highly advisable right now, especially for someone. I was saying about my highlighter, and I think I never finished that. It's from Fenty Beauty Champagne. Oh no, I did finish it. Brain on overdrive. I think I need to ground myself. But yes, I'm in love with it. Okay, 5 of Cups. We got this card quite a few times in the past readings, or maybe I got it when I was doing readings for other people. However, 5 of Cups, great card, but it's reversed, which is a good message, because 5 of Cups upright usually means that you are not noticing the treasures around you. You're more noticing like things that have gone wrong, but not noticing the things that you have in your life, the things, the opportunities that are available to you. If only you just turned around and noticed those cups, you will see the opportunity that has been wanting to enter your life has always been around you. It's just you never paid attention to it. For some of you, this will be a love situation. Someone is not noticing, someone who has always been like in their life, they have been around in your circle, like someone who has always been there in the periphery, and you maybe are acquaintances, have kind of known each other, but never actually took the step to do something about it. But this may be an opportunity to look at that. But previously you've either been in relationships or have been dating other people, or the timing was just not right. You were like focusing on your like career. You were like, no, I need to focus on that now. I can't focus on this anyone else. So you didn't really pay attention to that, even though this person who has been in your periphery may have been an incredible person to partner up with and see how your relationship develops and flourishes. However, now is a good time to go into that. Now is a good time to really see how it may flourish, how it may be yeah, maybe something to consider. We are entering summer month, so it's a great time to consider dating if you are single, and if you are lamenting over some past situations. Maybe it's time to explore something brand new, to take your mind off the past and make you realize that the opportunities that are meant to come into your life right now are much greater than what has gone in the past. And our brain likes to kind of go into the past and like romanticize it, when actually the romance exists where you are. You create the romance where you are. You can do that in your daily routine by simply dressing up nicely and, like, you know, doing things for yourself, like buying flowers and all those things. We know those are great practices for yourself to make yourself feel really loved and like appreciated. However, yeah, now's the time to kind of look at this situation. I went off on a tangent there, but yeah, the main message here is perhaps someone has overlooked someone, and maybe it's time to look at your circle and like someone who has kind of always been there in the periphery. Who comes to your mind when it's someone who has always been there in the periphery, but you've never considered them before? So yeah, a little bit of a relationship kind of message. So maybe it's time to ask them out on a date, or just simply, you know, if you don't feel comfortable asking, maybe just let yourself be known. Okay, Page of Pentacles, a beginning of something. Okay, this is a beginning of money, right? This is a card all about you are looking at how to build money from scratch. Those of you who have had jobs before, you know, you've kind of like, you can climb up the career ladder. One person that comes to my mind right now is Ali Abdaal. I have been watching a lot of his videos. Well, I was not recently, but like last month. And he talks about really in very layman's terms how money works, how you can create money for yourself in various different ways, and whether that's through a job, through starting your own business, through doing side hustles, many different ways. He highlights those things, and so I really encourage you to check out his videos. But here you're really learning like some of the basics of money building and perhaps even business building. Great start of the month. So if you are thinking of starting a business, starting that side hustle, it's really time to consider the financial situation. How are you going to build money? So maybe questions to ask yourselves is, if you have an idea, right, I have this certain idea, how am I going to market it, and what customer would I need? And if that feels like too much, maybe you just want to start off with, let's try with one person. Do they pay me for my services? And if they are paying you, well, this is a good indication. So then you say, oh, please do recommend my services to this person, and then you build it on in that way. Start very small. This is Page of Pentacles. This is not King, Queen, even Knight of Pentacles. This is Page of Pentacles, which means you need to start very small. You need to start like with the smallest step possible. Maybe that's just offering one free session of whatever you have to offer, or one free product, or, you know, your product to a couple of people, so that you can test it and you can get testimonials and you can build that. It's time to do that. It is not time to like get the website going, get the logos going, get to, you know, all the things that come with a business. They will eventually come. You need to prove your idea first. You cannot just enter or try and sell something by thinking the entire big picture. Start very small with one step at a time and see where that takes you, and whether you even like it before you make an investment into fancy color schemes, brands and everything like that. Just try your method out. What is it that you are offering? Just identify a target audience and do a trial run and get some testimonials. That's all you need to do this initial month. Yeah, and then it will build. Start with one idea. If you have several products in mind, don't go with all in, just go with one product. Just do that, and that's all you need to do. Okay, so big message there. Right, let's get a couple more cards from Rider-Waite Tarot. The Lovers, but reversed. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to get a few more cards because I'm not sure what we have just switched into. High Priestess. Okay. This is a new theme. Maybe we are talking about love here. Again, the Lovers card is actually a card of choice. You are making a choice about something. Ace of Cups. Okay, this is a Ace of Cups. Right. Death card. Magician. Right. Interesting. So, very interesting. Okay. I'm kind of speechless. Oh, I didn't realize we had also flipped out 10 of Wands. The Lovers card reversed. Let's start with this first. A choice that has perhaps, like, you're not making a choice about something. Yeah, the Lovers card is not making a choice about something. Reversed, I mean. And then you have the High Priestess. High Priestess is someone who is very, very much connected to themselves, to their spiritual realm, is receiving answers, taking care of themselves. They are really the kind of a leader, full of wisdom, full of... they're also very nurturing. Like, their presence is of a like an elder healer. Doesn't mean you are old, it just means you have this wisdom, and people are gonna feel healing in your presence. You have that presence. So then we do get Ace of Cups. Okay, so the message that I get here is a beginning in some sort of a love thing. And this cup is overflowing. Maybe you want to give love to someone, to other people. Yeah. And this involves the Death card, which is... so the Death card usually is a card of rebirth. You have become new. Someone has actually become new, and that allows you to create. That allows you to be this magician. You are creating new. All right, okay, that's what I'm getting. And you have let go of certain load. And if you haven't, this is a message for you, that you are kind of becoming a brand new person. You're not really anything like the past. So you are now creating a new future for yourself. And then you have these 10 of Wands, which is usually a card of having too many responsibilities, and it's time to let go of them. It's time to let go of all those responsibility and narrow down. Okay, this is the message I get of all these 6 cards. So we got the Lovers reversed at first. Before, it was all about choice, but now you don't have a choice anymore. Before, you had a choice what you were going to pick, something you are deeply passionate about and love, and maybe it's a person, maybe it's to do with person, but somehow I don't get that here. I actually think this is more to do with certain things that are very close to your heart, maybe passion projects, maybe just something you really enjoy. And before, the Lovers card would indicate that you are choosing this, you are, you know, you have a choice to like pursue this or go forward with it. Now what it's saying is you don't have a choice. It's time to lock in. It's time to not necessarily be in 2 minds about things. It's time to go kind of all in into something, all in into whatever idea you're having, and whatever thing you have been really wanting to pursue even more. And the High Priestess card indicates you have all the wisdom, tools and resources right now, even if it feels like you don't. Like, you may feel like, okay, what about the money? I don't have the money to pursue this venture that I want to take. Well, that's why I said initially to start small. That's why we got the Page of Pentacles. Okay, this is carried on. So start very small. You can't go all in because you're like, you are being asked to go all in, but be mindful of the fact that you don't need to create everything all at once, is what I'm trying to say. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, which indicates that it's going to overflow your kind of opening of your heart chakra as well. So overflow of your heart and your emotions. It's going to be very creative. Magician card, it's a very creative process. Time for a very beautiful, creative, heart-led process right now. And it's a great time for it. Remember, you are High Priestess right now. That's the energy we are getting. You have all the tools, resources, and time in order to do and focus on this thing that you have been wanting to create for a long time. It's time to let go of all the million responsibilities that you have had. It's overburdening you. You actually don't need to do as much as you think you do, and it feels that way. And yeah, feels that way, but actually you don't need to do as much as you think you need to do. Right, let's end this reading with the last deck, which is this Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. Kindly been gifted by my sister. So here I have this. So right, let's see what comes up. Nothing's jumping out, so it's not a super urgent message, but let's get, I've just laid the cards out on the table. Stargazer. Set your sights higher. Okay, what a beautiful card. Right, it's time to aim higher, aim for something more, something bigger. It's very much giving me the Magician vibe, which we got there. So for someone, it's time to aim higher, aim bigger, aim for something more. It's really time for that. And it's, yeah, I really like that card. Another message I get is maybe some of you are also more exploring more esoteric tools and you are looking into them. It's time maybe to explore astrology. For someone, it's time to explore astrology, and really we have all these signs over here to explore a bit more into this. And it may tell you a lot about yourself. It's time for self-discovery, and it may give you messages about yourselves which are going to really help you in making further decisions of what kind of person you are. I remember doing this last 2 years. I went really deep into human design, astrology. I learned about Saturn returns, and all these aspects really helped me in discovering what kind of person I am and who I am. And I used my discernment. I didn't take everything just as it was. I did say, well, this doesn't resonate, but it's good to know. And but I'm not that person, so I took what I wanted, and some things really resonated, and I adapted those and I accepted them, and it can be a great tool to self-discovery. So I would really encourage you. Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted. Oh, I absolutely adore this card. This is very much giving me Queen of Pentacles kind of energy, or Empress. This is Empress card, yeah. It's beautiful. Very beautiful. I adore this. Very feminine, very connected to the earth, and very much noticing things around them. Yeah, it's time to connect to nature. We're getting lots of like cards like stargazing, nature, and like Earth Mother. So there's definitely a message about nature in this reading. Wise One, grow within your current situation. All right, so what challenges are you having where you need to grow? The message that I get is maybe it's also time to like journal about it. I'm doing that. I yesterday had a reading done from a very, very wonderful friend of mine. She is truly one of my best friends, and she did this amazing reading for me where we found out that, you know, I've been having certain aches in my bodies, and it's frustrating, and it has been going on for so long. But, and again, I have looked at all the medicals, and like I've done all the medical tests, I've done physiotherapy, and I've done a lot of like deep analysis, the kind of spiritual meaning, the actual medical analysis, what's wrong with it, and there isn't a clear answer given at the moment, but it's really trying to teach me something, and I'm going deeper into it. And from this reading, I gained a lot of answers. But now it's time to maybe look at more fascia work, and by that I mean like how your fascia is and massaging it. So I'm kind of exploring that area right now. So this is something similar for you as well. Grow within your current situation. That's what I'm doing right now. Despite my pain, I'm trying to adapt my lifestyle around it by still going to the gym, just adapting my routine to, like, you know, being mindful of my aches in my body and like the injury that happened a while back, and how can I work with it rather than just what I have been doing, which is just being frustrated and really like annoyed at why I have this pain. So this is also cool for you to look at something in your life right now where it has perhaps been ongoing, perhaps it has been chronic. Again, take those medical tests, like whatever needs to be done, do it, but combine that with your spiritual work also and what those things mean. It's very useful to also check out a book by Louise Hayes, and I think it's called Heal Your Body, and that lists different symptoms of your body and what the kind of spiritual meaning behind it is. What does a stomachache mean? Like, what kind of emotion is it associated with? Not saying you don't need to do the, you know, medical work, do that 100%, but this is in combination with it, and it tells you a lot where your emotion is stored in your body. Last one. Winter. Okay, take care of your needs. We get the Wolf card. Again, the Wolf card is also a card of wisdom, and I also see like loyalty in this card. So take care of your needs. I see this card as taking, like, being loyal to yourself right now, being very dedicated to yourself. Again, we are coming into the areas of health. We discovered that here. Health and what else was coming up? Overburdening yourself and like responsibilities that came up, you know, kind of, yeah, that seems to be quite a big theme of this reading, that you perhaps have been taking on too much and unnecessarily so, things that perhaps don't really matter as much, and they're not necessarily tasks, but they feel like tasks, and that in itself is taking up a lot more responsibility than you really need to. And it's time to take care of your needs. So being loyal to yourself. There is a message about that in this reading. All right. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope you got the messages that you needed for the next week. And it's really a time for, like I said, 5th of 6th of July. Maybe I'll do a reading around that new moon, because it's a time to set new intentions, what new beginnings we get. But this is what we are looking at for next week, and I hope you got the messages that you needed. It's gonna be a good week. It looks like it's you're coming out of this overthinking, overdrive of scenario playing. You're coming out of that situation, and also noticing that, you know, perhaps certain situations didn't work out, but there are people, situations around you which are available to you to explore, and it's time to explore them. Remember, if you are starting something new, something of your like a business or a project, you can't go 100% like in the initial stages, like, you know, go slow, do one thing at a time. If you are starting YouTube, for example, do one video and just post it, and then build slowly. Like, then the next video you film the video, edit a little bit, then you've learned a little bit about editing, then go to thumbnails, then go to like captions and all these things. You learn it slowly. It's it's a marathon, not a race. And it's time to take care of your needs, being loyal to yourself. Health is a main thing that is coming up. It's time to really address those current situations that you're in for such a long time, and it's telling you something. If you want to close that chapter, you have to take from the lessons right now before you can move on to the next chapter, and it's a great time to do so. All right, I'm going to end it here. Again, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope you have a nice week, and I will see you in the next one.